So welcome back. This is lecture 12 of marginal costing. This for CMA Intermediate June 2022 attempt. ठीक है, ये लेक्चर 12 है मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग का और ये हमारे ग्रुप 1 के कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग और ग्रुप 2 का कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग दोनों का कॉमन पार्ट है. ओके, so it finished all these and right, so we had discussed about absorption costing, right, and we had seen how we can present data in both forms, absorption and marginal costing form, right, and limitations of absorption costing, differences, all these things we saw. Okay, and this example also we had completed. Okay, so now next topic, which is the, we can say independently, this is the last topic as such in marginal costing. Okay, after this only thing remaining will be the problems. This is called differential cost analysis. Okay, now what is differential cost analysis? It is basically, say now you have an alternative A. Okay, so where you are saying that I'll manufacture 500 units. Okay, and I will buy from outside 250 units. Okay, so total 750 units I'll sell and I'll get a profit of 10,000. Okay, this is your alternative A. Now we are thinking about another alternative B, where you feel that if I manufacture only 250 units and I buy 500 units, okay, then my, if I say this is the profit, okay, then my profit will be 12,000 units, let us say. Okay, we're not going into details, only from the we're just seeing as a whole. Okay, so now when you have changed from this alternative to this alternative, your profit, okay, has changed from 10 to 12,000. Okay, right, so this is called, this particular thing is called differential revenue. Okay, similarly, if I do the same for cost, if I say in alternative A, my cost is, let me say, if I'm saying cost is 8,000, okay, don't compare with this as such, I'm not calculating and telling you. Okay, so this is, let us say just your cost is 8,000 and here your cost becomes say 9,000. So this difference, this increase in cost, okay, this is called differential cost. Okay, this is what is called as differential cost. Now, because your cost has increased here, correct? So this increase in cost, 1,000 is the increase, right? 8 to 9,000. 1,000 is the increase. 1,000 is called as incremental cost. Okay, or had it gone down to 7,000, let us say, from 8,000, had it gone down, then this would have become decremental cost. Okay, so that means your incremental and decremental cost are related to differential cost. Okay, so now at many times what happens, you have got product mix, like say A, B, C, there are many products. Okay, so any differentiation, okay, so for example, if the option A is changed to another option, okay, here your cost is say increasing by 2000. Okay, here it is decreasing by 4000, so I put it in minus. Okay, and here it is increasing by 5000. So then when you have product mix like this, what we do, the net total of this, right? What is the net of this? 2000 minus 4000 is minus 2000, and this becomes 3000, correct? So now 3000 is your differential cost now. Okay. Incremental and decremental will be then shown for per product here. Here there is 2000 incremental cost. Here there is decremental cost. Okay. And again, the third case, you have incremental cost. Okay. You understood? So basically, if your the difference increases, you will call it incremental cost. If the difference decreases, you will call it decremental cost. So when it is cost, incremental cost is not favorable, right? Cost is increasing. But when you are comparing revenue, incremental revenue is favorable. Okay. ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड? ये जो हमने यहाँ पे अभी इंक्रीमेंटल और डिक्रीमेंटल कॉस्ट का ये देखा है, ठीक है? ये कैसे होता है कि आपका जो डिफरेंशियल कॉस्ट है बेसिकली वो दो अल्टरनेटिव्स के बीच में कॉस्ट का डिफरेंस कितना आता है. जैसे आप एक अल्टरनेटिव हम ले रहे हैं 500 यूनिट्स, आप मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हो, ओके, और दूसरे में यार बाइंग फ्रॉम आउटसाइड 250 यूनिट्स, ठीक है? दिस इज योर 750 यूनिट्स का आपका मिक्स. दूसरे इसमें आप बोल रहे हो नहीं 250 आई मैन्युफैक्चर और 500 यूनिट्स बाहर से लेंगे कर, ठीक है? सपोज इसका कॉस्ट 800 आया, इसका कॉस्ट 700 आया, तो ये जो कॉस्ट कम हुआ ना, इसको बोलते हैं, ये आपका एक्चुअली जो डिफरेंस इन कॉस्ट है, ये है आपका इंक्रीमेंटल कॉस्ट. ये आपका डिफरेंशियल कॉस्ट, ठीक है? इंक्रीज इन कॉस्ट हो, इसको बोलते हैं डिफरेंशियल कॉस्ट. और ये कॉस्ट जब कम होता है, इसको हम बोलते हैं डिक्रीमेंटल, ठीक है? मतलब डिक्रीमेंटल कॉस्ट. अगर ये 7000 की जगह 9000 हो जाता, इसको बोलते हैं हम इंक्रीमेंटल कॉस्ट. ओके, now this is the video will also go to other students, no, the recording, which is why just going by the regular mode. Okay, so ठीक है, तो इस तरह से ये इंक्रीमेंटल और डिक्रीमेंटल है. लेकिन जो इंक्रीमेंटल डिक्रीमेंटल इज अ पर यूनिट कॉन्सेप्ट, ठीक है? टोटल का नहीं है, पर प्रोडक्ट या पर यूनिट. जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे बताया था, अगर प्रोडक्ट ए का इंक्रीमेंट कॉस्ट इंक्रीमेंटल हो रहा है 2000, बी का जब आप ऑप्शन चेंज कर रहे हो -4000, कॉस्ट घट रहा है, और सी बढ़ रहा है. तो ये टोटल जब नेट करेंगे, इसका ऐड करेंगे तीनों को, तो इट कम्स टू 3000. तो 3000 इज योर डिफरेंशियल कॉस्ट. और ये जो एक एक प्रोडक्ट की जो बात कर रहे हैं, यहाँ यू विल टॉक अबाउट इंक्रीमेंटल एंड डिक्रीमेंटल. सो इन ऑल, डिफरेंशियल कॉस्ट, इंक्रीमेंटल एंड डिक्रीमेंटल कॉस्ट, दीज थ्री आर लाइक ब्रदर्स, दे विल गो टुगेदर. ओके, ठीक है? तो चलिए, ओके. So this is your differential cost analysis. It is very important. Why important? Because whenever you have any other alternative with you, you will always analyze it whether you are getting more profit out of it or not, right? That's how you will analyze it. So all that analysis is done using the differential cost analysis. Okay. So most of the tools and all which you use in differential, once you get good the cost for analyzing, you many times use most of the notations we use in marginal costing. Okay. So alternative actions may arise due to change in sales volume. If the volume changes, then there will be change. Or product mix is the example which I gave you just now. Okay, methods of production is the first example which I gave you. Some units you are manufacturing and some you are buying from outside. So your method changes there, right? Make or buy again. Yeah. Make or buy is again the same example. Okay. And take or refuse comes for tender or contract. if you're getting a contract, whether you have to accept it or not, then you have to do the differential cost analysis. Okay, so this is the incremental and decremental which I explained to you. Okay, when change occurs due to change in activity level, differential cost is called incremental cost or decremental cost. So although here it is mentioned that if change occurs due to change in activity level, it's not always the activity level. Like in the example which I showed, there was just another alternative, another way of doing it, and the cost changed. So that would also classify as differential cost. Okay. So just remember this for a technical definition. Differential and incremental cost generally mean one and the same thing. Okay. What is here? Differential cost is the algebraic difference. Okay, between relevant costs of alternatives. Correct. Relevant costs. It is the algebraic difference between relevant costs. So you all know what is relevant and irrelevant cost. I'm sure. ठीक है. ये point पे यहाँ पे जो मैंने बताया ये already आपको मैं समझा चुका हूँ. ठीक है. यहाँ पे एक point आ रहा है. Differential cost represents the algebraic difference between relevant costs of alternatives. ठीक है. तब relevant cost क्या है हम देखेंगे. Okay. So we'll see what is relevant cost. So for example, okay, so I have an alternative A and alternative B. Okay. Now in both, so I have total of 5 costs to analyze. 4, 5. Okay. Say first one is rent. Now for this also I'll be using the same factory. For this also same factory. So both rent is same. Okay. Rent is same for both. This becomes irrelevant cost. Because this is same for both, you don't have to see this. Okay, this is not a irrelevant cost. Say like that, if all these are same, okay, and only this is different now. Here your cost is 5,000 and here your cost is 4,000. So can I say that without seeing these things which are same, if you just see the fourth thing, you'll come to know that B is better because we are talking about costs, correct? It's cost, not revenue, cost or expenses. Okay. So here expense is less, 4,000 is 1,000 less than this. Okay. So I can just see this and say this is better. So now this, the item 4 is your relevant cost. Relevant cost means what is relevant to the decision. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं हम relevant cost का मतलब ये 1 से 5 तक सब costs हैं आपके. Okay. So ये अगर 1, 2, 3 और 5 सेम है दोनों में. ओके. 4 ही डिफरेंट है. तो अब मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि सिर्फ 4 को देख क्या बोल सकते हैं कि B का कॉस्ट 1000 कम. ठीक है. मुझे 1, 2, 3 और 5 को देखने की भी जरूरत नहीं. करेक्ट. सिर्फ इसको देख के मैं बता सकता हूँ कि ऑप्शन बी इज बेटर. ये कॉस्ट कम है इसमें. ओके. राइट. सो इफ आई जस्ट इवन लाइक टू जस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन यू, अगर मैं कोई फिगर्स पे डाल देता हूँ उसमें. ठीक है. If I just say 10,000, 6,000, 80,000 and 20,000. Okay. Now this will be same here also. Okay. Now this will be same here also. अगर अभी आप हम if we do the total, okay, see the net difference is 1,000. This is 1,000 more than this. Okay, so that this is 1,000 less we got to know by seeing this only, isn't it? So that is called as relevant cost. ठीक है. तो इसको relevant cost हम बोलते हैं. यहाँ पे देखिए जो आपका जो 1,000 difference है ये हमको सिर्फ इसको देख के मिल गया. That is why item 4 is item 4 shows the relevant cost. Okay. So understood that differential cost is cost at one level of activity minus cost at another level of activity. Okay. So sometimes the two activity levels will be same, but some other mode you will be using, like the example which I showed. Okay. That also has differential cost. So some little bit of quickly this theory, features of differential cost. So basis data used are cost, revenue, and their investment factors which are relevant. Okay, all things which are relevant are used to take the decision. Total differential cost rather than cost per unit are considered. Total is seen, okay, in differential cost. So in per unit, some part will be better, some will be worse. In total, you will see. Okay, in total, whichever alternative is better, that you will take. Okay, तो टोटल में इसको हम देखेंगे और यहाँ फर्स्ट पॉइंट में रिलेवेंट कॉस्ट हम देखेंगे. और थर्ड इज differential cost analysis is made outside the accounting records because it is not a system of keeping cost records. Okay, even marginal costing is a system of keeping cost records. Okay, you also use it for analysis, but differential cost analysis is only used for analyzing something particular which you want to analyze. It is not a system for keeping cost records. Okay, okay. Or then absolute cost at each level are not as relevant as the difference between the two. हमको मतलब difference से previous example में हमने देखा था कि दोनों में 1000 का difference था. That was important. Total जो किए थे उसका importance था क्या? No. The total was not important, right? Only that item 4 was important, which was causing the difference. So difference is important. Okay, so wherever costs are identical for the alternatives, you will ignore it. Why? Because it's called irrelevant cost. Differentials are measured from a common base point. And basically, all other conditions are same. Only in both cases, you have basically the same things available, same facilities available. Okay, and then there is some change you are making, and we are seeing which is better. Okay, which is why we are seeing measured from a common base point. Okay. So, and then stage where the difference is the highest determines the choice. So when you do differential costing, you can have many combinations. Okay, now we saw only one combination. So you can have many combinations, A and B, okay, A and D, B and C. There will be many combinations. Wherever the difference is the highest, okay, that will show you which choice you have to go by. If it is cost, then you'll go for the lowest cost. If it is revenue, you will go for the highest revenue. Okay, ठीक है. So जहाँ difference between cost या revenue जो highest होगा, वो choice रहेगा among many choices. In computing differential costs, now when you have to compare two alternatives, right? What all you can use historical cost. Okay, you can use standard cost, anything, but use the same for both. Okay, if you're using standard cost, historical cost, just adjust it based on the requirements. Okay, the items of cost which you will consider, what will be relevant, what will not be relevant, depends on the problem, right? Depends on the alternatives we are considering. That is the thing which is here. Okay, and differential cost and marginal costing, differential cost analysis and marginal costing, they are similar in the way you are comparing things and all that. In marginal also you do that, but not same. Remember, okay. So we'll see similarity and differences both in this. Similarities, both are techniques of cost analysis and cost presentation. Okay, both are used by management in decision making and formulating policies. Okay, and both use the behavioral analysis of cost, fixed and variable, that kind of, because differential cost is also used for decision making. It also makes use of fixed and variable cost. Okay, and differential cost compare favorably with economics definition of marginal cost. That means if you see that economics definition of marginal cost, it says marginal cost is the amount with which any given level of output, volume of output, is changed. Okay, amount which is changed. Okay, if the output is increased or decreased by 1 unit. You're talking about increasing or decreasing by 1 unit. You're talking about actually differentials. Okay, so that's where it is similar, is what you're saying. Okay, now differential cost analysis you can make in case of both absorption as well as marginal costing. Remember, marginal costing is also a system of costing. Okay, right? So it is a technique, yeah, but with marginal costing you can keep your records as per marginal costing. Okay, So sometimes even if you have marginal data or absorption data, you can use differential costing to just compare certain things. So this is one difference. Okay, like differential costing can be used on marginal costing. Okay, and it can be used on absorption costing also. Because just remember that differential costing is just a small technique which you are using only for any given situation. It is not an elaborate method of keeping accounts. Okay. So now marginal costing excludes entire fixed cost, correct? I mean, till the contribution stage, there is no fixed cost which is seen. Okay. So when you take decisions, your fixed cost in decision making, you would have seen we don't consider fixed cost. Okay. We only see the impact of contribution, impact of profit volume ratio. Okay. So, but in differential cost, sometimes some part of the fixed cost may be taken into account as being relevant. Okay. So when you're say comparing two alternatives, okay, say for example, I have now two alternatives. A and B are my two alternatives. Okay. Here I need factory rent of 5,000. Here also I need rent of 5,000. But for this alternative, I need an additional space of 1,000. Okay. So this is rent. This is, let me say, rent 1. Okay. Right. So in this case, if you see, this 1,000 has become a relevant cost, correct? Because this 1,000 is incurred more in for alternative B. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहा हूँ, ये रेंट है 5,000 alternative A and B. Rent 1 ये है कि हमको B के लिए we are needing some more space जो हम 1,000 में ले रहे हैं. Okay. Now 1,000 becomes a relevant cost. Okay. But this is a fixed cost, correct? So that means what we have understood is fixed cost can also be a relevant cost. If it is a relevant cost, means it will be considered for differential costing. Okay. And third, C is saying marginal costing can be embodied in the accounting system because we are maintaining the entire accounting system. Okay. But differential costing is worked out separately. Whenever you require, you will work it out for a particular condition, for a particular alternative. Okay, in marginal costing, margin of contribution and contribution ratio are the main yardsticks for decision making. In differential cost analysis, differential costs are compared with the incremental or decremental revenues, as the case may be. Okay, so these are the way it operates. It's also different. Similarity and difference, this is all important. Okay, there's not too much theory in this. Okay, so whatever is there, just try and do. As I said, no need to learn all these sentences, just go by the logic always. Okay. Okay, just see what is the main point of difference in short sentences. Just remember it. Okay, that if needed you can elaborate. Even if you have say any sentence which is complex and you want me to simplify it and give, you can just approach me. Okay, so I'll simplify and give so that you can remember. A practical application of differential cost is almost the same as marginal costing, because whatever you are doing in differential costing, actually if you see in another way, you're doing the same thing in marginal costing. All these decisions can be taken by marginal costing also. Okay, so just here you don't even have to see, it's all applications of marginal costing only. Determination of the most profitable levels, product and price. Okay, so here change of product mix, make or buy decisions, discontinuing a product, is all marginal costing things, correct? Decision of adding a new product or business segment, determining the suitable price at which raw material may be purchased. Okay, we have to sell a product as it is or process further and sell. All these things we do with marginal costing also. So which is why you can easily have a practical application of differential costing. Just think about practical application of marginal costing. Okay, and then you can write 4 or 5 points easily. Okay, right? So that's all about your differential costing. So now, as such, our theory is over, okay, of marginal costing. The topics are all over. We have also discussed about the charts, right? Charts also is over. So now only thing remaining is the problems also we have done to an extent, okay? And we'll do some more problems, whatever, how much ever we can complete, we'll do today till the second class, okay? And then some will be remaining that we will be doing with other chapters, whatever other chapters we'll do. Whenever we get time, we'll just take 10 minutes to pick up a problem. Hardly there'll be 3 or 4 left after this, okay? That will complete along with other things. Now illustration 5 was over and we were till 7 we had done. Okay, if you remember, I'll show you in study material. 10. Okay, this one, remember? So till here we had completed. Okay, so now we have to do illustration 8. So let me take you there, same problem. So it says, let us see what the problem is. SV Limited, a multi-product company, furnishes you the following data related to 2015. First half, second half, okay. Sales is this, total cost. Now total cost is variable plus fixed cost, okay. They have given the total cost here. Now then they're saying, assuming that there is no change in prices and variable cost, okay, no changes in prices and variable cost, and that fixed expense are incurred equally in the 2 half-year period. Calculate these things. So fixed expenses are same in both this period. Okay, half of the total is what they are saying. Okay, so that's one point we got. Now calculate PV ratio, break-even sales, fixed expenses, percentage of margin of safety. Now margin of safety is different. Okay, margin of safety is sales minus sales rate DP, right? And what is percentage of margin of safety? Margin of safety upon sales into 100. So into 100, if you do, you will get percentage. It is the margin of safety ratio, basically. Okay, percentage of margin of safety. Okay, so now see, you have sales and you have total cost. Okay, I'll just take this. Okay, let's put it here. So now this cost is basically fixed and variable, right? So total cost is fixed and variable. So if I just deduct this directly, will I get profit? I'll get profit directly, right? Now if I got profit, I can use that formula, right? Difference in profit upon difference in sales upon 100. ठीक है, ये हमको टोटल कॉस्ट दिया गया है इस ऑल्टरनेटिव में. ओके, सो इस टोटल कॉस्ट है ना, फिक्स्ड और वेरिएबल दोनों है. तो हम जब S माइनस भी ये करते हैं, when you do, okay, when you do this, actually the cost which you are deducting is variable cost and fixed cost, correct? And you are getting profit finally. So even if they have given this plus this, okay, you can deduct directly from S and you will get P. Okay, ठीक है. तो अब हम वो यूज करेंगे डिफरेंस इन प्रॉफिट अपॉन डिफरेंस इन सेल्स इनटू 100. कितना डिफरेंस इन प्रॉफिट? 2000. डिफरेंस इन सेल्स कितना है? 5000. So what is your PV ratio now? 20 upon this into 100, basically 0.4 and 40%. Okay, the PV ratio is 40%. Understood till here? Okay, till here,
Yes,
what
sir.
we have done? We have got PV ratio as 40% now. Okay, so here I've just written marginal cost statement here. Okay, and I'll write the PV ratio here as 40%. Okay, right? Okay, so now I've got PV ratio. Now let us see here itself. Okay, Let's do it here. So here what you have got is, let's say, put this as first half and second half. Okay. Now, I'm separating this. Okay, 40 and 43 are cost. So leave it out. Now we have PV ratio, right? So directly we can get contribution because to this into 40%. Okay, here also same. I got contribution. If I got contribution, then I got variable cost. Correct? So now what is the variable cost? If I just put it like this. Okay, is equals to this minus this, right? Is your variable cost. Okay, so I got variable cost also now. Now I've got the total costs, correct? I have the total costs already at 40 and 43. So if I deduct from the total cost the variable cost, can I get fixed cost? If from this total cost I deduct variable cost, okay, and from this total cost if I deduct this variable cost, will I get fixed cost? Correct, I should get fixed cost. So 40 minus 27 is 13, 43 minus 30 is 13. Again they have said that it is equal for both the halves, right? So here also it gets proved. ठीक है, यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, आपका टोटल कॉस्ट है, टोटल कॉस्ट से वेरिएबल कॉस्ट को माइनस कर देंगे तो आपको आ गया ये दोनों केसेस में 1313. ओके, you got 13,000 in both cases. Now find out your profit. Okay, so your marginal cost statement is now complete. This first year, this is first half, second half. Now, assuming that what he is asking, let us see. No change in prices and variable cost, and that fixed expenses are incurred equally in the 2-year period. Calculate for the year 2015. You know, we have to calculate whole year, not the 6 months. Okay. So PV ratio. So PV ratio will be same for first half, second half, same for whole year. Okay. So that is fine. Now break even sales. What is the formula for break even sales? Varshini, Nandini, slept or what? Silent. Okay, break-even sales is fixed cost upon PV ratio. Okay, just keep revising the formula. It's a very scoring chapter. Cost accounting is in general is a very scoring one. Just keep pace with me. In cost accounting, you'll score very good marks in cost accounting. Both parts of cost accounting, you have got 150 marks. 100 is cost accounting and 50 is in cost and management accounting. This 150 you can score very high marks. Okay, and it will really help you. And there are some common parts also. So actually for 150 marks, what you are actually studying is 125 marks worth only. You are getting 150 for it. Okay. Okay. You are both are not able to hear me. Rashini, you are able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Right. Now fixed cost upon PV ratio is your break-even sales. Now what is fixed cost? Add these two. Okay. But total here, what we'll do is just add all these. Okay. Add these two, you'll get total sales, total contribution, total fixed cost is total profit. That is total variable cost. Okay, just added all these two. Okay, so this is what you got. So now your fixed cost is how much? 26, and your PV ratio is 40. So if I do fixed cost upon PV ratio, what will I get? Equals to fixed cost upon PV ratio. This is your break-even sales, 65,000. Okay, so break-even sales is 65,000. And fixed expenses, this we have already calculated. Okay, without fixed expenses, we couldn't have calculated 3. So that is okay. Then percentage of margin of safety. So first, we have to find out margin of safety. So what is sales? Total sales is 95,000 here, correct? Okay. So sales minus break-even sales is your margin of safety. Okay, correct? Margin of safety is what? Sales minus sales at BEP. Okay, 95 minus 65 is your margin of safety. It will be what? 30,000. So margin of safety is 30,000. Now, how do you find margin of safety ratio? So MS, you can just say here, this is your BEP. Okay, and MS is equals to 95,000 sales minus sales at BEP. Okay, I'm just writing directly. MS ratio, MS ratio equals to margin of safety upon sales. Okay, MS upon sales is your MS ratio. Your MS upon 0.32. That is, they have asked in percentage. Just write as 32%. Okay. Answer is 32%. Okay, just multiply this by 100, you'll get in percent. Okay, so this is your first problem. Now we'll do next problem. You can probably join back at 5:45. Okay, after 5 minutes you can join back. Same link, join back at 5:45 after 5 minutes. Okay, thank you.